Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. We got MVC Overwatch tonight versus Bradley. I'm excited for tonight. Starting roster for game one will be Little Flaps on tank, Vamputi and Atlas on DPS, Fusick and Chiruro rounded out as support. Um, we should be hopping in the game in a couple minutes here. A bit of a late start, but no issues there. My name is Henry Speedy Cold Ninja, and I'll be your host tonight. With our late last minute change in stream schedule due to our League of Legends game being moved, I will be solo casting tonight. But really excited for this matchup. Both teams going into this are 3-1, so strong seasons in the Missouri Valley Conference. Headed into this one, second to last week of the regular season here. Looking forward to that playoffs on April 20th at Illinois State. But anyways, we will hop in here shortly after map bans, and we will be right back in just 1 minute.
Match.
And we are back getting started at this one on Nepal. Once again, starting lineup for Valpo's Overwatch team will be Little Flaps on tank, Vamputi, Atlas at DPS, Fusick and Chiruro at support. On the side of Bradley, we have Lane at Zero Wi-Fi at tank, Lane and Finkies at DPS, and Bianca and Popcorn at support. We'll be starting on Nepal here. Take a at the control point.
Ready for battle.
Starting off with Valpo's lineup, we got Junker Queen,
I've been listening
Echo,
to your new music.
Why? Is Vishkar
Tracer,
doing research
and
on me
then
or
two
something?
supports to round it out.
I am intrigued.
Do have
by how
Maui
the sound
as
moves
tank
behind
on
my eyes when I
side of
listen.
Bradley, so
Oh,
that is
that's
interesting to
because it's
see.
binaural.
Newer character, haven't
glad you
seen
like
it too much recently. Anyways, like I said, 3-1 for both teams heading into this one. Should be a good matchup. And big game for seeding implications for playoffs coming up.
Round 1. Capture the objective.
Overwatch team as a whole in the Great Lakes Esports Conference is 6-3 right now. Has a game tomorrow. Win and get in against St. Xavier. Big week for Valpo Esports and specifically for this Overwatch team. We'll get started out here. Trying to get control of point here. Going to drop down really low. Sports not able to find the heals there to keep him alive. Atlas will find a trade kill on Bianca though. So 4 down and tank down. Atlas finding 3 kills so far. Finds that melee kill on Popcorn and the one on Pinky's as well. Pinky's trading one back on Vampooty. Looks like Valpo is so far winning this fight. Up 4-2, and Little Flaps will be returning shortly to get into this battle. Great first team fight. Was looking ugly to start with Little Flaps dropping down early, but Atlas able to pick up 3 kills there to take first control point for Valpo. Racer has been a much more common pick as we've been going through on throughout this season. Little blink around, does have very low health bar, but can put out a lot of damage and find those flank angles. Do have Maui charging in. Usyk able to find one on Reaper. Just trying to spit out damage here. Take a peek at Usyk as he finds a kill on Maui on lane there. Big kill for the tank, and Valpo will retain control. Well, Bradley is kind of forced to back up here. Flaps also switching to Maui as well. Lane making the switch to Orisa.
Hey.
Maui looking like a popular pick so far here in this series. Haven't seen it too much since he's been released. Maybe he had an update to the patch there.
Thanks for the help.
You have an ultimate coming out from the side of Valpo. Music already having ultimate. Crazy. Sune coming out from both sides. Zero Wi-Fi also does have ultimate as well. At 75% here for Valpo, looking really strong on this first point. Bradley looking to make their contest here pretty soon. Atlas dropping low here. He's gonna die. Meanwhile, Bradley is going to find control of point. Valpo not dropping too many, but going to have to back off here and regroup. 86%, definitely a very good start to the first control point. Just kind of need to win one more team fight to be able to take this first map again. Atlas and Little Flaps ultimate. Able to find the stick. Not gonna find the kill though. Pinky's trading on Little Flaps. While Little Flaps is an ultimate, Truro using beat drop though. Huge kills coming out from Valpo. Orisa gonna ult here. Orisa able to find 1, but 4 down, 5 down for the side of Bradley there in that team fight. They're able to capture point here. At 90%, they do make the switch to ball to just try and get this touch as soon as possible. Here comes the ball rolling in. Will get the touch. Will force to overtime. Bradley going to be rushing back here. You have 2 ultimates coming out from the side of Bradley. Flaps trying to get this damage down on Bradley. The ball working out in this team fight. Able to find 3 kills here for Bradley. Not able to find a member of Valpo alive there as they do get team killed. Not officially, but the ball working out great for lane here.
Hey.
Valpo at that 99%. Will just need to find control of point one more time. So only one more team fight win for real this time in map 1. Bradley creeping up there at 70% though. Do get a Kitsune for the side of Valpo. Atlas and Vampooty both with ultimate here. That's what Vampooty's able to do. Vampooty finding 1 on Popcorn. Little Flaps finding another on Orisa, making that switch to Orisa. Here comes this ball for the touch. finding another. Pooty still has ultimate if needed here. Ball buying a lot of time for Bradley to get back to point. Atlas will find a kill on Popcorn. Ball dropping really low and a great headshot.
This
Right to
ends
Tracer's
now.
face. Valpo able to take map 1 on game 2 and a couple trades happening at the end of that one. But Valpo taking game 1 here. Looking pretty solid there. Couple missteps, but great round for Valpo.
Only in unity will we find strength.
I believe this is the map where Roadhog is very strong, where in the control point on map 2 does have that huge hole in the middle.
No.
Not sure if it's that map or not. Apologies for the Overwatch inexperience here, but doing our best here tonight. But anyways, hopping into map 2, Valpo looking really good off the gate. Okay, this isn't the one with the hole in the middle, but anyways, Roadhog really good on this one because he can pull him and then turn into the abyss and drop him in there. I do like this Roadhog pick from Little Flaps. He switches to Orisa, I didn't even notice. But anyways, Valpo trying to gain control of this first point here. Out Beauty putting out a lot of damage. Orisa has been a pretty common pick for Little Flaps. Atlas has been doing really well on this Tracer. So I really like this team comp off the bat in map 2. We'll see if any switches come again. Keep an eye on that throughout the match. Valpo going to take first control of point. Music find his kill on zero Wi-Fi lane. Trade him one back on Atlas. Beauty having a phenomenal game against Manchester this past week. Winning the play of the week with that 5K on this character. Bradley gonna win a team fight and find first control point. I mean, they were playing that pretty patient, kind of finding their moment, and were able to do that and take control point. And Valpo will go down here, gonna have to regroup. Gets to 27%, but Bradley will likely be able to match that with Valpo kind of having to regroup and gonna have trouble getting in. We'll take a peek at Fusic here while he has ultimate up. Getting some healing done. Fusic has been switching back and forth on the roles here. Typically kind of starts as support. We'll see the Kitsune come out. Getting some great healing in on his team. You have both DPS's ults up. You have Tracer ult. Not sure if he got the stick or not. Lane on tank, finding both. Popcorn also using V-drop as well. And BD using ultimate as well here. But Valpo losing this team fight so far. Finkies finds the kill on Beauty, and Tracer able to clean it up on Fusic. Got Little Flaps here on Orisa, waiting with this ultimate ability. So ult, great for zoning control, grouping the other team up. Also great to use in combination with some other ults as well. I mean, that's going to be a big piece of their push to try and get in here. Bradley at 75%. Here you see the Orisa ult finding 3. Can do some good damage. Zero Wi-Fi finding the stick and killing 2 though is huge for Bradley. Bradley with a good start to this fight. And Beauty dies as well to Lane. I mean, Bradley's tank has been popping off here in this map too. Little Flaps will drop low, and with both supports dead, not able to survive that. Lane finding another on Atlas, on Tracer, as he tries to touch point at the end there. So Bradley taking map 2 at game 1. Looks like we got a good one tonight, folks. The one here hopping into map 3 of
There you are,
the 5 series versus Bradley. Like we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, both of these teams 3-1. Definitely showing that this is good, tight competition. And Valpo will also have another big test tomorrow against St. Xavier in the Great Lakes Esports Conference. So good to be able to play these competitive close games and, got to be able to come out on top. That's where teams really have success if they're able to win those close games. But do get the TP, Vampiri switching. Yeah, guy with the revolver that has the... Sorry, do not know all the characters' names here, but do have little flaps on Orisa. Lane switching to Orisa. Glad to see Lane off that character who was on last time. Had a phenomenal map too. Valpo caught this little choke point here. Orisa doing a good job of keeping him in there. Valpo will be pushing forward though as the point does unlock right about now. Little flaps finding the kill on Finky's huge there. DPS down from the side of Bradley. Here by Little Flaps as well. Some great kills coming out. We got Atlas, Famputi, and Churro all picking up their one.
I'll just take the objective.
Atlas kind of getting a little sneaky objective take here, but Bradley dead for the most part.
I have the objective.
Objective taken for the side of Valpo. Are kind of playing on this left side of the point. Both teams trying to kind of capture and play off that high ground. Valpo already at 10%. Atlas just kind of hanging around on point here. Does drop really low. Gonna need some heals. Able to blink away. It's a conversion ultimate here. And will come out on point. Flap dropping really low. Vampiri able to find a kill. Chris ult going huge. Vampiri finding another. Atlas finding the kill as well. If he's finding one, that's 4, and Vampiri picks up the 5th.
Carried on the wind.
Great Kitsune. Not too many ultimates used. Atlas able to have his coming back up as well. Great team play here. Each player kind of finding their one. And Bradley did grab control point there for 10% in that team fight when Tracer did have to back off there. Valpo immediately regaining control, creeping close to 50%, halfway there. We'll get the Orisa ult, have to blink out here. You get the Tracer ult there, but not going to hit too much. Bianca able to find the kill on Churro. And Beauty does have ultimate here. We'll see if he decides to use it. Flats as well. Pretty even fight here. Here comes the high noon. Able to find one on Tracer, that's big. Atlas finding one as well. Churro using D-drop. Atlas picking up 2 here. Atlas picking up 3, man. I am on the wrong play at the wrong time every time. Best part about Overwatch though is you do get that play of the game if you ever miss a 4 or 5K. Valpo at 88% here, looking really good on map 3 of game 1. Just got to keep holding it at the end here. Bradley looks like they do have time to have a pretty good contest here. Aren't going to be rushing to the overtime. You have the Orisa pushing them off for the contest, but Bradley comes up fast enough. And Little Flash finding 2, finds another with the spear. Atlas finding a kill. Atlas finding 2. Here comes the Orisa ult to finish it off. And Valpo is going to take game 1 versus Bradley. Wow, great game 1.
Victory.
Valpo Overwatch firing on all cylinders so far. We will check out this play of the game. Play of the game is going to be Little Flaps as Orisa. Wonder if it's the play we just saw. It is not going to be right at the beginning of the game. Finds a great kill, doing a lot of great damage. Man, some of these play of the games are confusing. He finds 1 kill, is a great play, but I don't know if I'd pick it as play of the game. But anyways, Valpo looking really clean on map 1 and 3. Map 2 slipping up a little bit. Bradley was looking really strong, having a very strong hold. Valpo only getting 10% on that map 2. But Valpo coming out of the gates hot, looking good. Are 1-0 in the best of 5 series, but we will take a short break as these map bans come through, and we will be right back in just a minute for game 2 of Valpo versus Bradley. And welcome back to Game 2 of Valpo versus Bradley Overwatch. We'll be going to Circuit Royale for Escort in Game 2. Do have a lineup switch from Valpo. Have Little Flaps on tank, Famputi on DPS as usual, Karakuki subbing in at DPS, Fusic on support, and Arm Corvus also subbing in on support. Excited to see how this is going to turn out for Valpo. Circuit Royale has been a pretty solid pick for them. We'll likely see a Widow from... Oh, sorry, Fusic is on support. Do see a Widow from Zero Wi-Fi, though. Also have the Hanzo for Finkies. Same lineup for the side of Bradley. Valpo going to be making their long trek over to the starting point here. On Circuit Royale, this first point is often tough to get. Valpo oftentimes do find themselves making a good hold at this first kind of choke point. Is a tough spot to push through. So hopefully Valpo can negate a early push, but Zero Wi-Fi gonna be looking for a pick off the back. Does have that shield up and no peaks coming out from Valpo, which is good. Beauty throwing out some damage early. Arm Corvus already up to 20% in ult charge, so let's take a peek at that. Do have a sniper, but it's going to be on support. Famputi finding the headshot on their Widowmaker. Big kill to start it off. Do have this truck pushed pretty far forward, but right under this bridge is a good spot to make their hold. Bradley will have 3 minutes to advance to that first checkpoint with the goal of completing all 3 checkpoints here. Little Flaps drop it really low, going to get healed up here. Shield to kind of block off that high ground. Oppo giving up a little ground here, getting Bradley able to get through that first difficult choke point. Karakuki on a character we don't see too often. You know, sometimes with the different maps, specific characters can be better on different maps. So excited to see this new character. Honestly, not too sure what they do. Anyways, getting some good shots off here. Fusic will have ultimate here. Does get that wall created. Famputi and Fusic both find headshots. Karakuki able to find one on Finkies as well. Valpo able to get a teamfight win in a hold just before the first checkpoint is huge. Bradley making good progress though. We'll have 2 minutes left. Lane will have ultimate coming up. Arm Corvus has ultimate on the side of Valpo. Valpo approaching 2 ultimates, but Bradley does also have 3 as well. Widow kind of using the walls there. We'll have that come out now. We have the Hanzo ultimate coming out now. Hanzo gonna find a kill on Little Flaps. Bianca finding a kill on Karakuki. And Beauty using ultimate does drop as well. That is 4 dead for the side of Valpo. Fusic going to have to back off here. And Bradley will get the payload to the first checkpoint. Lane, Bianca, and Popcorn for Bradley all have ultimate here. So Bradley definitely in a good spot here so far at the beginning of their attack on Circuit Royale. The other really tricky spot to make a push here is right at the end before the 3rd checkpoint. The 2nd checkpoint, I usually don't see too many teams get stopped here, but Valpo will have the high ground as Bradley's going to have to kind of push up this hill. So having the high ground is typically a pretty good advantage here. Zero Wi-Fi with the Widow finding a good headshot on Karakuki. Bradley definitely playing better so far in game 2, but Little Flaps finding a huge ultimate, getting 3-4 players knocked up there. Unfortunately, will not be able to find any kills, but Famputi does find one. And Little Flaps finding one on Zero Wi-Fi. Widow will be down. Fusic finding one as well. Famputi finishing off Bianca with the headshot, and that'll be 4-5 down for Valpo, 5-player kill streak. Valpo able to make a pretty good hold as they are trying to get up this hill. Point will be pushing back a little bit here, and Bradley gonna have to regroup. does have his ultimate, the wall built up here.
Your case is definitely urgent.
I feel like Bradley's definitely making good pace on this map so far. So Valpo can make a solid defense so they can set themselves up to be successful when they are on the side of this escort map. Music is going to use that wall there. Music finding one on lane. Tank down for Bradley, going to be a big loss for them. Going to have to back up a little bit here. Valpo trying to find some on the way out. Iggy's does use the Hanzo ultimate. Music finding one. Little Flaps finding one with the melee as well. Little Flaps finding two. And Valpo able to win another team fight with only 2 minutes left for Bradley to get to the second checkpoint. Valpo playing really well on this high ground, and now Ult Economy is on the side of Valpo. Kurakuki with ultimate coming up here. Let's see what he's able to do. Got a nice angle here. Now I've seen the one through the bottom of the wall there on this map, but one at the stairs as well. A lot of tricky angles on this one to be aware of. You know that Widowmaker ult is very valuable, but does get the switch to Tracer, and Famputi able to find a kill on that Tracer. Do have 4 ultimates up for Valpo. Will find the big pickup and drop. Fusic finding one here. And Valpo looking really good in this team fight. Fusic able to find a second. Famputi finding one, and Kurakuki getting one of his own as well. This Valpo team is starting to gel together here before the second checkpoint. Only a minute left for Bradley.
60 seconds remaining.
Ult Economy is still looking phenomenal. I mean, Kurakuki is still able to hold onto this ultimate while winning the team fight. You know, holding on to the team onto ultimates I'm not a huge fan of, but when you're still able to wipe a team like that, no need to. Able to have it for this next team fight. Famputi has his as well, can put out a lot of damage with that, and Arm Corvus also has hers as well. 4 ultimates for the side of Bradley will likely say ult them in this team fight with only 30 seconds left. 4 ultimates for both sides. We'll start seeing them thrown out. Kurakuki going down. Using Famputi and Arm Corvus all using their ultimate. Famputi finding 2 though. Will get stunned. Unfortunately, will drop. Zero Wi-Fi finding that kill on Famputi. Will get the ult dump from the side of Bradley, and they are able to get the payload to the next checkpoint. But we'll only have a minute 30 to advance to the finish line to this final checkpoint.
We can't let them keep pushing. Stop that payload.
Minute 15 left here. Valpo kind of setting up shop right towards the end of this last checkpoint. That's probably the toughest part to push in this entire map.
Actuating the barrier.
60 seconds remaining.
Kurakuki with ultimate here. Ult Economy favors Valpo. Find one off to the left. Tracer going to use a couple blinks, able to get away. Valpo playing, utilizing this high ground very well so far. Bradley, meanwhile, has been pushing this objective. We'll see when Valpo decides to get a touch to slow that down. Is contested at the moment.
This ends now.
Get an ultimate from Finkies. No kills yet. This entire time, Bradley's moving the point forward, but kind of getting to the point where Valpo's going to want to make a contest, is in that ideal spot to make a contest as well. Fusic did use ultimate, did use that wall. Do have Little Flaps coming up here with that big pick up and drop. We'll see it on their tank here. In overtime here, Bradley has to constantly keep track of their touches. Famputi finding one, Finky's trading one back, and a fight breaks out here in overtime. Kurakuki using ultimate here. Little Flaps finding one on lane, able to trade tank for tank, and a great shot at Kurakuki on Tracer. Fusic able to pick up a kill on Finkies as well. And Valpo making a great hold here in game 2.
Score 0.
So Bradley was able to get to that second checkpoint, 67 meters. Valpo will have to advance to that spot and just a little bit farther. are able to see where Bradley was able to get the point to. Going to have to make it to that final finish line right there at the end. Or through Circuit Royale. Alpo on attack here. See what picks they pull out here. Typically do see a Widow here on attack, and Karakuki will pick it up, so we will have the cam on him for a majority of the game, so be prepared for that. Huge fan of watching Widow players. Zero Wi-Fi picking up as well, so we'll see how that 1v1 early picks go out. Alpo, with a solid defense, nothing crazy great, but by no means bad. I would say that's good, solid. Doing a great job there, setting themselves up for success in this attacker side of escorting the payload. Against a pretty darn solid Bradley team, 3-1 in the Missouri Valley Conference. This is our second to last week of the regular season in the MVC, and these teams have been playing are really solid. So being 3-1 is definitely no joke at all. See Karakuki looking for some picks off the back. I didn't even know you could get to this side of the spawn point. Jumping all the way up, not able to find one. Bradley smartly avoiding that. Getting behind the wall there. Valpo likely going to be allowed to push this all the way till close to the bridge, and Bradley going to make their contest at some point here. Yeah, I mean, these are some tough shots. Very impressive. Able to fly all the way up there, like I would never be able to hit that. But Fusik able to find the kill on Lang. Tank down for Bradley as well already. So Valpo going to be able to speed up this push, and Bradley gonna have to fall back a little bit here. We'll switch the player cam here just eventually. Can't keep it on him the whole game. Yeah, Valpo looking really good. I mean, pretty much effortlessly pushing this point through. Bradley having to back up after Lane dropped in. Able to regroup here. Got some heals coming out. Little Flaps is a little out of position. We'll see if we're able to heal him up. Able to get behind the corner there. Zero Wi-Fi finding the pick on Van Beauty will be a huge pick for the side of Bradley. Bradley looking to make their stand here. Little Flaps dropping very low. To get healed up once again. Does get stunned by the rock. Valpo going to have to back up. On and back in position for this one. Oh, and gets the gets a shot on him. Not sure if it was a headshot or not, but Finky's able to find the headshot on a Karakuki. Alpo stalled out a little bit. Push to this first checkpoint. He has been on fire the past couple games here. Ever since he's been back, has been playing extremely well. So far, continuing that today. We'll see what he's able to do here as we try and get. Oh my goodness, what a shot! Pinky's trading back too, though, unfortunately. Pinky's finding the third. Popcorn and Finkies will finish it off. So a 4K for Finkies. Valpo will have to wait for respawns here, as they are very close to this first checkpoint. Have about 1:15 to do so. Just kind of need to win one team fight or find a pick and force Bradley off. But Bradley will likely be playing overtime, playing contested on this checkpoint until they're forced to give it up. Popcorn finding an early kill on Fan Beauty. Unfortunate pick. And Famputi with ultimate up here. Oh, just misses a Widow shot come through. Got to be careful making this speak. Got this angle on lock, but Finkies and Bianca trying to kill Fusik, training one back on Finkies. Famputi finding one on Popcorn. Get the ultimate that comes out. Beauty will be an ultimate as well, finding the kill on Bianca. If Beauty finding another one on Finkies, able to find Finkies, able to find a third on Widowmaker, and that is a 3K for Fan Beauty, looking really solid. And Valpo able to get to this first checkpoint.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
I've been noticing these googly eyes in this Overwatch. I think that's like an April Fool's thing, because I've never seen that before. But got the googly eyes on all the players and on the payload there. Nice little touch for Overwatch. Celebration of April Fools, I believe. And Pewdie will get put down by Finkies. Pick we haven't seen too often here. Does have ultimate up. See what he's going to do with that. Oh, able to find a huge kill on the Widowmaker. Little Flaps finding one, finding two. Huge double kill. Used ultimate there.
Now to monitor its progress.
Missed that one, but Valpo able to start to work up this hill. Playing in a tough disadvantaged spot.
Collapsing the barrier.
That low ground, but towards the second checkpoint. Bradley kind of playing back here. Will probably make this contest right before the checkpoint.
This ends now.
Already with ultimate charged back up again. Will going vulnerable. Finky's finding the kill with ultimate on Van Beauty. Widow finding the kill on Little Flaps. Tank down for Valpo as well. Gonna probably have to back off here. Fusic finding the trade kill on the Widowmaker. Kurakuki putting out a lot of damage here. Not able to find a kill just yet. Lane finding one on Fusic. Kurakuki will have that ultimate charged up now. Does eventually go down to Lane. I think he's finding one on Arm Corvus. Valpo gonna have to back up here. Have 40 seconds. Definitely want to play back and wait till overtime, kind of regroup. Unless they're able to find a pick here on the tank. Lane able to back up and get healed up though. Valpo with plenty of time here for a good contest. Gonna have to play against the high ground here, which will be very difficult. Finky's finding the kill on Arm Corvus. Fusic trading one back on Finky's. Kurakuki using ultimate here. Not find one, unfortunately. Little Flaps does drop low. Corvus getting back to the fight there. Bianca and Lane both finding kills there on tank and DPS. A lot of members down for Valpo. Going to have to get that touch in. Fortunately, doesn't look like they'll be able to do so, and Valpo will drop game 2. Pretty solid defensive performance there, but just weren't able to get it done on the attacker side. As we check out the play of the game here, it will be Vampudi as Shojin. Who else but Vampudi as Shojin on Circuit Royale? Finding a crazy headshot there, able to jump around, dropping really low, but able to get healed up there. And find a crazy headshot in the air as well, and then picking up that third one. So, you know, Vampudi winning play of the week on Circuit Royale last week against Manchester. Having the play of the game again today on Circuit Royale as Shojin. But Vampudi's been lights out since he's been back. But Valpo, unfortunately, falling in game 2 here. We'll see what kind of lineup changes we have going into game 3, but honestly a pretty solid defense, just weren't able to get it done on the attacker side. So we will be heading into game 3, and we will be back shortly right after map bans. Ladies and gentlemen, and we are back with game 3. Looks like we will be on Flashpoint. MVC running on NECC rules. So we'll have another roster swap for the side of Valpo. Have Little Flaps on tank once again, Famputi on DPS once again. Fusic moving from support that he played in game 1 and 2 to DPS will be on that Tracer after the TP. Anacaster subbing in as support, and AeroJ subbing in on support as well. Looks like Bradley makes a sub as well. We do have that Reaper new player, Napsy. Yes. Little Flaps on that Jungle Queen, has been playing this Jungle Queen a lot on Flashpoint, specifically on this map. Famputi goes down. AeroJ trading a kill back though. AeroJ does fall to Lane. Lane finding another on Anacaster. And Tracer will be alive here, having a little 1v1 with the Tracer. And Music able to kind of keep control of point for a couple more percent there. On Flashpoint, every percent matters, so pretty big there. Coming from a flank position. And looks for a sneak capture, but Bradley caught onto that one. Flashpoint is much shorter capture points than we saw game 1, so keep an eye on that. Pushing pretty far forward for Bradley. Not out of position by any means. Fusic back with the team on Tracer. Fusic, or Famputi, able to find a kill on Reaper. Fusic does have this ult up. We'll look for a stick if possible. With a blink forward and melee attack, able to finish it off. Little Flaps able to find a kill on their tank. Anacaster falling, but Famputi able to find a headshot on Tracer. Fusic finding another one with the melee on Bianca. Valpo able to take back control. Bradley taking 86% here.
My ultimate is ready.
Great ult economy for the side of Valpo. Famputi, Anacaster, and Fusic all with ultimate. Little Flaps at 97, approaching ult as well. Bianca, the only one on the side of Bradley to have one. Stick. A lot of damage there. Gonna get the rewind. Famputi finding the kill. Reaper finding 2 with his ultimate. Fusic blinking around, able to find 2. Fusic does drop. AeroJ almost has Kitsune up here. Got a 3v3 here, as Valpo will be creeping closer to 99% here. Will be in overtime. Famputi finds one on Tracer. Big kill, as we are in overtime right now on the first Flashpoint. Heat dropping low. Fusic finding one on Reaper. Bianca finding one on Famputi. Still in overtime here. Constant contest, finds the stick. Will it be able to do much? Unfortunately not. Little Flaps on point here. Big melee attack, gonna do a lot of damage. Not able to find the kill. Bradley looks like they're starting to take control of this point and do so at 90%. Alpha gonna have to rush back here. Points go so fast. Will be in overtime for both teams. Whoever's able to win this next fight. Popcorn and Lane finding kills. Finding each of their one, and Fusic barely blinks, gets the touch in. Not gonna have rewind in time there. We have Anacaster on point as well here. Valpo still in overtime, but it looks like Bradley will secure the first point in Flashpoint.
Market lost.
So crazy first point in game 3 on Flashpoint, going back and forth the whole way.
I'm not checking in.
Ultimately, Bradley able to secure that first point. Looking good with that ult economy, but unfortunately wasn't able to finish it off. And do have an exciting switch here. Fusic switching to Reaper will have that huge zoning control ultimate. And Little Flaps as well switching to Maui.
Point unlocks in 10 seconds.
Do have Kitsune here for this second Flashpoint. See if they decide to use it as an entry as the Flashpoint just unlocks. character here. Oh, unfortunately does fall off the map there. Fusic finding the kill on Popcorn. Does end up dying to their Reaper.
They have superior numbers.
Beauty dies as well, and that will be near team kill for Bradley, able to take first control of 2 and already at 40%. I mean, these points go by so fast at Flashpoint. 60, 70 seconds, so the number just keeps going up so quick. Already halfway done with the second point. Sticking with these characters here after that team fight loss. Move in here. Are gonna get the capture. Bradley's starting to back off, but you do see both charges coming through from Maui. They are contested here. At this point is contested, creeping up for Bradley. Little Flaps finds a kill on Lang. Tank down for Bradley. Bianca trading one back on Valpo's DPS. Little Flaps finding another. 2 big kills. Fusic does have Reaper ultimate. Fusic able to find 2 here. Able to find 3. Wow, 5-player kill streak. Looking really solid. We'll get this TP up. Gonna try and find a flank angle for this ability. Like he's in a great spot for it. Get spotted out. Bradley at 97% here, nearly in overtime. Okay, finding a great headshot on Fanpity there. Here comes the Reaper ultimate, not able to find any, but Little Flaps finds 2. Fusic able to find 1 as well on Bianca. Almost, Bradley was trying to sneak a point control in there, but Valpo able to come back in time. Valpo at 80% here. Bradley going to be regrouping, try and run back to this one, but might not be able to do it in time. Get the Maui charge in, I believe. We'll get touch soon. There you see it now. You do have a Reaper ultimate for the side of Bradley, going huge, finding 2 on Fusic and Arrow J. Tracer finding 1 as well, and only 1 member left. Beauty will not be able to, maybe, I was gonna say will not be able to get that touch in. Unfortunately, Valpo does drop 0.2 in Flashpoint once again. 99 for both teams, and Bradley able to pull through. Talked about at the beginning of the series, being able to win these close games, being able to win these close points. You know, another thing that swings games, swings series. Unfortunately, Valpo dropping 2 close points right off the bat here, so Bradley definitely looking solid in this game 3 in Flashpoint, off to a pretty solid lead. 6 setting up here, looking for a little flank. Sneaky kill, but able to get out of here. Do get the Tsune from Arrow J coming out here. Arrow J able to find 1 on Tracer, big kill there. Lane carrying 1 back on Little Flaps. Fusic finding 1 as well before he drops his Popcorn. Arrow J does fall, and BD dropping as well. We have Anicaster and Little Flaps alive for the side of Valpo. Anicaster trying to get out there. Unfortunately, does get staggered from the team. Not going to be ideal. You have Fusic with a big Reaper ultimate coming up here. Valpo regroups. We'll have a pretty good shot at this next team fight. TP in. Different angle does get spotted out. They're getting some intel, a little bit of damage as well with it. Bradley at 45% here. Do see the Reaper ult, and unfortunately doesn't get much done. And Lane able to find 1, able to find 2. Reaper also picking 1 up on Arrow J. Fan Beauty dropping really low, and that will be a near team kill. Will be a team kill for the side of Bradley.
I'm here.
Bradley looking really solid on Flashpoint. I know Valpo's Overwatch team, not a huge fan, not super comfortable on Flashpoint, but have been improving on it throughout the year. Have 3 ultimates up for the side of Valpo. We'll probably see an ult dump here, as they will need to rush into touch point. We have Little Flaps going in for the touch here. Are at 98, are at 99, are at 100. Unfortunately, not able to get that touch in time, and Bradley will take game 3 to take the 2-1 lead in this series in the best of 5. Play of the game will go to Lane. Has been doing great work on this Mauga. I mean, he was able to block that ult from Fusic and find another kill on the tank. Play for the side of Bradley. And, you know, Bradley taking the 2-1 lead here. So Valpo going out to a great start, winning game 1, but Bradley winning the next 2. So we will be back right after these map bans for game 4 in this best of 5 series. Bradley on match point here, but we'll be back in just a couple minutes. Welcome back to game 4 here of Valpo versus Bradley. Do want to give a quick shout out to SaveSin and 1,000 Years for the subs, starting the sub train here. Appreciate that for sure. Appreciate all the views, likes, comments, subs, follows. We'll be hopping into map 4. We'll have a bit of a swap here. Valpo bringing out Little Flaps on tank for the 4th game in a row. Vampudi on DPS for the 4th game in a row. Fusic with his 4th game going to be 2nd on DPS. Anacaster with her 2nd game on support. And Chiruro subbing back in from game 1. So this is probably the most played comp from the side of Valpo. Has been very successful for them. We'll see if they're able to crawl back in this series, only down 2-1, but Bradley on match point here. So Valpo definitely looking to bounce back in this robot push map. Personal favorite for me. Personal least favorite for a lot of Overwatch players. Do have Vampudi as Shojin and Fusic as Reaper. Once again, two very common, well-played characters from both of these players. Oh, and do have Bradley coming from an odd angle here. Looks like Vampudi wasn't ready for that. Fierce able to find a kill, but Valpo kind of playing around this point, and Bradley able to kind of loop around coming from an angle I don't think anyone was expecting, including myself. And that will be a very good move and first team fight win for Bradley, able to find 3. We have a pretty long spawn point off the bat here. Burrow gonna drop as well, going to get staggered here. So unfortunately, Valpo going to have to wait. So Bradley getting that first push going. Do have 1 checkpoint in the middle here if they're able to get to it. Do get that closer spawn point, so it's huge. So Valpo definitely gonna want to stop them before they get to that. I mean, we have not seen this Malga much like all season, and we're seeing it pretty much every game from Lane and Little Flaps now. Lane finding one on Chururo, but Fusic will be escorting this robot behind the enemy lines. Not on Tracer though, so not going to be great. But honestly, you know, Valpo did drop Chururo early in that fight and dropped another one. So honestly, not a bad play, kind of delaying them a little bit more. So I don't mind that too much, but Vampiri finding the headshot on Napsy. Now, I don't know what I'm talking about. Fusic knows way better than me as far as macro play and game knowledge. A Little Flaps dropping low here. Does have pretty, getting some pretty good ult charge in here. Oh, and unfortunately, Zero Wi-Fi finding the stick on Vampiri. Little Flaps still on point here. Oh my goodness, Fusic finding 4. Fusic with a huge ultimate. I hope that is the play of the game because we just missed it. But Fusic finding 4 kills. Wow, and Valpo going to regain control of this robot and get the push started for them. Huge ultimate from the Reaper. I mean, I should know by now when Reaper has ultimate, you got to put it up on him. So, Vampiri with ultimate on Trojan. Playing from the back. Do have the Reaper ult coming out from the side of Bradley. Not quite as successful as Fusic's, but Lane finding 1. Reaper finding 1 as well on Little Flaps. So Valpo gonna have to back off here. Bianca able to kill Anacaster as well. And Tracer finding the headshot on Vampiri. We have Kitsune come out and used, unfortunately, in that fight. Bianca finding 1 on Fusic and will be a team fight win for Bradley. When this robot is not pushing that barrier, do move pretty quick, but Valpo really trying to get this stopping before they reach the checkpoint. We'll see if they make the contest. They will not, just not there in time. So big win, big mini win for Bradley in this game 3. Once they die here, we'll get those closer spawn points. It's huge because they don't have to run all the way back, so we'll be less lost if they do lose a team fight or get picked at any point. We're getting the TP on the back line. Trojan does have ultimate. Chururo using V-drop here. Huge team fight breaking out. Fusic finding 1 on Bianca. We're trading 1 back on Valpo's tank. Little Flaps there on Malga.
Recharging.
Does use ultimate, not able to find too much with it. Does look like point is getting pushed a little bit here by Fusic once again. Able to go invulnerable there, but eventually does drop. Once again, buying time for Valpo. Do have 6 minutes left, so not too worried yet, but Valpo at some point has to gain true control of this bot. We'll get a huge Reaper ult for the side of Bradley. Not able to find any, so not quite a huge ult, but Vampiri finding 1. Fusic does have Reaper ultimate. Looks like he has a good angle on it now and will use it. Fusic able to find 2, able to find 3, able to find 4! Able to kill Bianca, Lane, Napsy, and Popcorn. 4 kills for Fusic, and Valpo taking control of the bot. Huge Reaper ultimate again for Fusic. I mean, these Reaper ultimates are swinging the fights, swinging games. And Valpo back in control here. Halfway through this escort, the bot in game 4. And, you know, backs against the wall. Got to make a comeback here. Tracer looking for a flank. Bradley did have that closer spawn, so already going to kind of be set up here for their defense. We have Vampiri on Trojan going to drop. Fortunately, Fusic does find a kill on Napsy though. Fusic finding another on Lane. Your Wi-Fi train back on Chururo. Flaps able to find a good kill on Popcorn, so 4 down. Caster does unfortunately fall, but Fusic with another headshot on Tracer.
What's up?
Valpo getting close to this checkpoint with 4 minutes left. Really huge if they are able to get to here. Bradley does take control of the bot. Unfortunately, Valpo backing off, waiting for their staggered players to come back. Music finding the kill on Popcorn, huge there at 61%. Definitely keeping a close eye on that ult charge. Lane finding one on Little Flaps. Beauty does have ultimate charged up. Music dropping extremely low here. Burrow finding one on Napsy. With ultimate, we'll turn back to him quickly. Don't want to miss anything again. But Valpo able to get to this checkpoint, which is huge. Able to have that closer spawn point, and will need it for the last 3 minutes of this game.
The lead is almost
Behind by 30 meters here with 3 minutes left. Valpo gonna have to play near flawlessly for the end of this one. You have V drop here come out for Valpo. You have Reaper ult if they want as well. Bradley's Reaper does drop there. We'll get the TP in. Looking for an angle. Side, not the best spot to use it. We'll go and bottom blow and back off a little bit. But I mean, Valpo playing around this ult spot. And Valpo looks like they're going to regain the lead here with 2:30 left. Valpo this whole time having control point. Reaper ult from Napsy for the side of Bradley coming out, not going to find anyone. Kitsune coming out, Lane finding the kill, B drop coming out for Bradley as well. And that is a lot of ults used on both sides. But Bradley regaining control, but unfortunately for Bradley, Valpo does have the lead now in this escort the bot. Able to take control of the lead right when they needed it. And, you know, unfortunate decision by Bradley, you know, not dropping all those ultimates, not making the contest until Valpo already regains the lead there. Interesting decision by them. Will use this Reaper ult here. Unfortunately, doesn't find too much. Little Flaps finding the kill though. Beauty finding one. Music finding the headshot. Valpo going to find this win, or have this lead in the fight, but Zero Wi-Fi finding the sick and finding another kill, but Fusick finding two more. Fusick has been popping off on this Reaper in game 4, has been playing flawlessly, and that's exactly what they need. So Valpo with the lead here with 125 left. Just got to hang on and keep this lead. Now decide they don't need to push the bot any farther, so kind of just playing the high ground here where they want to. Smart decision by Valpo. Got both Malgas pulling it out on the top of the bridge here. The Flaps dropping low. Able to charge out of here, back up a little bit. Does get healed up. Music does drop, unfortunately, to Bradley's Reaper. 40 seconds here. Bradley making their move. Malga getting a lot of damage on Little Flaps. Sune comes out for Anacaster. Anacaster finding kills well on Tracer, huge kill. Tracer very elusive at times, but Little Flaps with the charge in. Anacaster finding the kill on Lane as well. Little Flaps able to finish off Popcorn with the headshot, and Little Flaps finding one on Bianca as well, and that is 12 seconds left. And that might just do it for Valpo in game 4. We'll likely get a rushed contest from this Tracer. We'll see what they're able to do. But man, Beauty finding one on Tracer, and Valpo able to take game 4. Backs against the wall there. We're really behind in that game 4 for pretty much the entirety of the game. But with 2-3 minutes left, we're able to push into position. And Fusick on Reaper with the play of the game. Let's see what we got. I mean, in great position here, contested on the bot. Fusick on Malga, getting a lot of damage. Finds the headshot on him, finds the kill on Popcorn, Bianca, and Zero Wi-Fi as well. And I mean, just a monumental play for Fusick. Another great ultimate by him, another great play by him, and able to get the job done for Valpo in game 4. So we're going to even it up 2-2 heading into game 5. So we'll see you guys shortly. Stick around for game 5. I mean, this is exactly what we're expecting. Both teams 3-1 headed into the series, and man, I'm pumped up after that one. So we'll be right back in a couple minutes. We are back with Game 5 of Valpo versus Bradley. Both teams heading into this one 3-1. Great start to the season for both of these teams. Looking to finish strong, second to last week of the Missouri Valley Conference regular season. Have the same lineup from from Game 4 coming back. Played really well on that Escort the Bot map. And going to be back for Midtown.
Ready for battle.
You have Malga on tank for Little Flaps here, Famputi on Shojin, Fusic on Reaper, and Anacaster and Churro rounded out as support.
Yep.
You have Finkies swapping back in here in Game 5 on that Shojin as well, playing really well in the first couple games. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that. Valpo, Game 5 here. Valpo taking Game 1 and 4.
5, 4,
Both teams on match point. All down to Midtown here. Off start, both teams playing pretty passive. Bradley looks to cross there. Haven't seen Midtown, I think, in a couple months here. Do have Little Flaps charging in here. Famputi finding the kill on Bianca right off the bat. A fight breaks out. Support down early for Bradley. Flaps once again charging in. Does get stunned by the rock. Fusic finding one on Popcorn. Tracer trading one back on Fusic. We're going to drop back a little bit here. Finkies does drop to Famputi. Shojin versus Shojin 1v1 and able to find the kill. Tank dropping extremely low for Bradley. And Churro able to find one on Tracer, however. Lane healed all the way back up to full. Ults are starting to come online for both teams, but Valpo will be having the healthier ult economy to start off. We have Kitsune come out. Here comes the fight. Fusic kind of TPing in. Will go invulnerable. Fusic finding 4. Oh my goodness. Another massive ultimate. And a team kill for Valpo. What a great ultimate by Fusic. I mean, that was huge. And, 2 minutes left for Bradley to get there. I mean, Fusic, right when Valpo needs him again and again, is able to make these big plays. Right on cue with another 4K on the Reaper ultimate. Beauty with ult on Shojin as well. Tracer on the back line here. Does get a nice shot in on him. 30 left here for Bradley. We'll see if they're able to get any control on this point. But Beauty with his ultimate, able to find 1. Able to find 2 on Finkies. Able to find a 3rd on Popcorn. And Beauty on this Shojin has been popping off, and Churro does finish off that kill on lane with the assist from multiple members of Valpo. Fusic finding the kill on Tracer as well. Great stagger death there, and a minute left for Bradley. So far have 0% control on this Midtown map. Valpo with a phenomenal defense right off the bat. Fusic finding the ultimate, will find 1 on Bianca. Lane and Finkies trading 2 back. Fusic finding the kill on Popcorn as well. Fusic does drop to Finkies. Little Flaps will charge in, slam down. Little Flaps finding the kill on Finkies with the headshot. Tracer traded 1 back on Anacaster. We'll have 3-4 alive now for Valpo. 25 seconds left to keep continuing this hold. And some pretty good ults, and Bradley in a very awkward position ult economy wise. Will not have any for this last team fight as they try to make this contest. Unfortunately, Little Flaps does drop. Kitsune does come out. Vampudi on this Reaper trying to find the kill, does end up dying. And Fusic finding, not able to find one, but Anacaster with a triple kill with the Kitsune as well. Anacaster doing a phenomenal job dodging around these shots from Reaper. This entire time has been contested on this point. Great play from Anacaster there. And Fusic able to find two here. Vampudi able to find one as well. And this overtime looks like it'll be over soon. Malga able to get the touch in when Bradley needs it. Ooh, Zero Wi-Fi finding the stick on Little Flaps. Tank down. Might not be over just yet, but Fusic does have ultimate and will use it to avoid any touch from happening. And they have 0% complete on this final objective in Game 5. Great round for the side of Valpo, looking very solid here. Valpo will just need to get any capture progress and will win Game 5 here and take the series. So put themselves in a phenomenal position so far. Yeah, just got to close it out here. Valpo in a really good spot.
Ready for battle.
Have the Reinhardt start from Little Flaps. We'll likely see a switch to Malga, and Beauty on Junkrat. This comp will likely not be coming out of spawn. But I mean, Valpo playing really solid day, but specifically in the first half of this Game 5, you know, just got to finish this one out, put it away, but in a good spot here. Do get the swaps coming through. As the clock hits 0, the comp will be Little Flaps on Malga, Vampudi on Shojin, Fusic on Reaper, and Anacaster on Chiruro. Their common characters haven't learned the names of those ones yet. Do know the ultimates are Kitsune and B drop, but you know, learning as we go along. Vampudi already with crazy ult charge here, probably getting a lot of shots out, a lot of DPS. I'll go with some good damage on him for the side of Bradley. Able to get healed up a little bit. Reaper will have to go invulnerable. Vampudi getting a good headshot in there for a lot of damage. Vampudi dropping low, however, though, at 1 health, and does finally end up dropping. Finkies finding 2, Zero Wi-Fi and Lane also finding their 1 respectively. And Finkies able to find the kill on Fusic as well. Valpo losing that first team fight. Luckily for them, do have 3 minutes left here. Not sure what the strategy is going into this one, but if I were Valpo, I think I'm just going to save up all my ultimates and just go for a big ult dump. Because if you can use 4 or 5 ultimates in one fight, I mean, that fight is almost a guaranteed win for you. So we'll see what they end up doing here, but no need to worry yet after losing that first team fight. Fusic dropping a little low here, able to get healed up by Anacaster and Chiruro. See Kitsune come out for Bradley. Fusic gonna TP in. Vampudi using ultimate as well from the back line. Little Flaps find him 1. Fusic find him 1. Vampudi find him 1. Fusic does drop Vampudi from the top rope here on this high ground. Able to find some. And Anacaster with back-to-back headshots. And that will be Game 5 going to Valpo. 3-2 win against Bradley. And we'll see if Valpo is able to get the play game here in Game 5 as well. And it will be Vampudi on Shojin. Great ultimate here. Finds a headshot, finds 2, finds 3. A lot of damage on Malga as well. Unfortunately, Chiruro going to kill steal that one. But anyways, Valpo taking it in Game 5, winning 3-2 to Bradley. Great game by them today, able to come out on top in these close games. Both teams 3-1 coming in. Valpo will improve to 4-1. Have one final game before they head into the playoffs, April 20th. They have a huge game tomorrow as well at 8 p.m. Central that will be streaming against St. Xavier. When you get in for playoffs on April 12th and 13th in Ohio. But yeah, anyways, this Valpo Overwatch team looking really solid today. We'll see them again tomorrow, 8 o'clock. Make sure you tune in for that. Friday, we do have Rocket League in the NECC semifinals. Really excited for that matchup. And then Saturday, we got a full slate. At 9, we got Smash versus Concordia Ann Arbor. Rocket League, we got at 11 versus Bethel. And then at 1, we have this Overwatch team taking on Mount Union. So yes, pretty packed week. A lot of huge games as we kind of work into this postseason. A lot of playoff implications, playoff qualifications on the line. But yeah, good games to Valpo, able to get it done today, and good effort by Bradley, but not able to come out with the win this one. Valpo on top, and we'll see you guys tomorrow at 8 p.m. against St. Xavier. Have a good one, guys.